So this looks kind of scary, doesn't it? Wow, man, this is really, really intimidating and really angry looking. Welcome to a new POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max and this is the BMW X5 M50d in Azurich Schwarz. Very menacing, with black 20-inch wheels, which some people had some trouble with apparently. So the M Performance diesel version means that you get, like all M Performance cars by BMW, these sort of matte silver and these gray details. We also saw that on the BMW M240i and cars like those. So the X5, BMW's SUV, the biggest one yet. There are some rumors that they are coming with a X7, which would be enormous because I think this is already quite big. And in the spec we have today, I mean, this black on black with all this cool M aero. For example, this air vent right here, which is just open and just glides the air through. So it has very low drag as well. Man, this looks really, really cool. I think it's just on the edge of being a bit over the top. I mean, this is the mafia version of the X5. This would not be out of place in a mobster garage or something like that. Really cool. I just should have had the tinted windows as well, really blacked out. That would have been really crazy. So the X5, I'm here to tell you some stuff about this car. It's not that new, of course, but it's really cool, and it was really a revolution when it came out with the tri-turbo diesel engine, 3-liter 6 cylinders with 381 horsepower and 740 Newton meters. And it's a performance diesel, so yeah, does that work? A performance diesel, isn't that a double, you know, I don't know how you call it in English, a denial in itself or something? So let's take a lap around the car. I already did the front, really aggressive. I think the X5, this is the 3rd generation, and I think it has really aged well. The latest version is really well designed. It's very large, but it doesn't look like it's that large because it's really well designed, and it kind of looks like it's going fast already while it's stationary. So really cool. Let me show you the rear. So this is the boot with the split opening like Land Rover. So this is where you can put your jackets, your tripods, your Uzis, your shovels, trash bags, chloroform, that kind of stuff. And this opens so you can, when you're coming out of the woods after burying someone, you can just sit here and take off your boots, maybe spray them with something. And this is quite big. It's not the biggest in its class, but it's quite big. And yeah, this is really cool. When the SUV started to become like a popular car in the late 90s, everyone said, why wouldn't you just get a diesel estate car? Because that's also practical and it doesn't have all the drawbacks of an SUV with the costs and with the efficiency. But you know, this is just such a practical car, and I really love it, the SUV. So let's take a look inside. So this is like we know from BMW. I mean, it's not really anything new, but it just looks it just looks great. I think I really like it. I know there are a lot of people who don't like it. I like it in this spec with this piano black inlay with exclusive leather. The color is mocha, and we have comfort seats, so they are adjustable in a zillion different ways. You can even get just the upper part of the backrest to come forward. These are electrically operated. You can adjust these cushions if you want to take a nap. So yeah, and then we have stuff like this, and this is where you can keep your handguns, your hand grenades, or just a bottle of soda or something. We have Harman Kardon sound system. You can also get the Bang & Olufsen stuff. So this car starts at around 120,000 euros in the Netherlands, and this particular one costs 145,000 euros. So that's about 25,000 euros worth of options. For instance, this panoramic roof, which also opens, and it's quite big actually, and this only costs like 1,500 euros. So I would always get this because it's really nice. Down here we have some buttons for the traction controls, the drive selector, park distance control, cameras, and hill descent control, the iDrive system, the famous BMW shifter knob, radio, climate, everything, and you can also select everything in the system as well. So let's go for a drive, because this is an M Performance car, of course, so it should drive pretty amazingly. So we also have a I just washed this car, so I don't really want to get it dirty. We also have an upgraded chassis. So this M Performance version has an M Sports chassis or something like that, but you can also upgrade that. So this has an active dynamic chassis, which means it has active anti-roll bars and stuff, just from keeping it rolling in corners and just keeping it level, which we know the X5 is really good at. But it does mean that because you have this M Performance version, that it's not extremely comfortable. It is very comfortable, of course, and it just filters everything out of it, but when you get to some bigger bumps, you do feel that the M chassis and the dynamic active chassis, it's quite firm after a certain point, because it's an M Performance and it has to handle well. So let's go to the left. I mean, you when driving this car, you sit quite high up, and you do feel that you're driving a high car. But when you're just steering, it's really like driving a 3 Series or a 5 Series. It's not really that different. It's really wow, it's actually quite firm, and I'm in comfort mode. So that's what I mean. You go up and it's nice and comfortable. You go down and it really sets. So I think it would be more comfortable if you just got a 40D, for instance, which is 21,000 euros cheaper. But it's still quite fast actually, and yeah, I'll come back to that later. So, well, this is quite a nice road. Let's put it in Sport Plus, and have the 8-speed gearbox we know and love by ZF, yeah, which is just amazing. And we're a Sport Plus now. Let's see how it deals with these bumps. Well, it's quite firm. But you know, you have to compromise. If you want an SUV which handles like this one does, you have to firm up the suspension as well. We also have the sound coming through the speakers again, so you get quite a nice sound. You still hear the diesel engine, of course. And speaking of the engine, this is the famous 3-liter 6-cylinder tri-turbo diesel engine, which is not really that special anymore, because BMW now has the quad-turbo diesel engine, which is in the 750d and will also be in the X5 and X6 soon, I think, in the next generation. But this was really special when it came out, and the way it works, it has 2 smaller turbos and 1 big turbo. The small turbo works at low RPM, then at around 1500 RPM the bigger one comes in and helps, and then from 2700 RPM the other small turbo comes in, depending on the throttle input. So that means you get this really seamless power delivery all the way up to 5000 RPM, which is quite high for a diesel. But I think with these power diesel cars, you shouldn't drive them like that. They can do it, which is amazing, but you shouldn't, because it kind of takes away the quality of a powerful diesel engine, which I really love, which is just put it in drive in the comfort mode and just drive it like at 80% or 75% and just let the torque take care of it. You shouldn't drive this car on horsepower, you should drive it on torque. And when you start flooring and shifting with the pedals and going all the way to 5000 RPM, you kind of lose that sensation of speed, because it's not that powerful at the top range. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. This is just in comfort and in drive, and just this is perfect. And it's really quick like this. You really don't notice it, but suddenly you're driving way over the speed limit. And that's the thing I love about powerful diesels, is you can just relax, and you get the feeling that the car is relaxed as well. It doesn't really need to do its best. So competitors to this car, well, it's just come out, the Audi SQ7 with the 4-liter tri-turbo TDI engine, but apparently it's not really a tri-turbo. There's one electric compressor which forces air into the turbos or something like that. But I think the Q7 felt a lot bigger than this when you're driving it. And one of the things I like about the X5 is that it doesn't really feel like you're driving a very large, high, heavy car. I mean, it is. It weighs almost 2200 kilograms, which is a lot, but it doesn't feel that way. And with the SQ7, I did feel like I was driving a big car. But that was also really fast, and I mean that as standard, the SQ7 has like 435 horsepower. So that's a bit more than this one. A bit of off-road here. I mean, this is crazy. So as I said, you can also get the 40D engine, which is also a 3-liter 6-cylinder diesel, which has 330 613 horsepower and 613 Newton meters. And it's about 21,000 euros cheaper than the M50d. So that's a lot. So you have to determine for yourself, would you pay 21 grand extra just for that bit of extra power and extra torque and extra M? I'm curious to know. Let us know. Would you pay that amount to own an M Performance, or would you just say, well, the 40D in this color with an M pack outside and lovely leather and stuff is good enough for me, I don't need the M? So thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoy driving this car. I do have a weakness for fast diesels and powerful diesels. I think they're really cool. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't yet. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Just search for @AutoTopNL and you will find us. Alright, thanks guys, bye.